Wait a minute. Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to another issue of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. Let's see, we have got issue 6, which I actually opened in the last episode to check to see if we had spare, at least one spare BM screw, which we do, which is good. I also found out that we will be receiving more BM screws later, I think with the rear suspension, something along those lines. So, you know, we're not out of the... Basically, we're going to have a spare screw for our front left. I think this is front... This actually might... Is this left or right? This says left. So the front left suspension. So all, you know, all is not lost there. Quick look at the magazine. Basically, we're doing the same thing as we did in the last episode or the last issue, just on the opposite side. So everything's flipped, but yeah, most of the stuff is going to be exactly the same. We have some info on Thomas F. Wilson, who played Biff. And apparently he's like a super nice guy. And so Biff is like the absolute opposite of what he's like in the real world. You've got some information on location shooting, and I think that's really about it. The enchantment under the sea dance. Okay. And then in our next episode, or our next issue, we get the steering rack and front plate. So, and I have no idea when that stuff's coming. I thought it would ship this past week. The last time I spoke with somebody at Eagle Moss, they had told me that everything was supposed to ship out on the 18th. That apparently did not happen because nothing's here. My credit card's not been charged or anything like that. So yeah. And I've already heard. Now I subscribed on July 28th. I wasn't billed for my first issues until the middle of August. For the first 2 issues, and I've actually found out that there have been people that have subscribed much later than me who have already received their 3rd month pack, where this is the last issue of month number 2, because your first pack is 2 issues, the second pack is 4, so this is issue 6. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm kind of miffed about it. Nothing I can really do about it at the moment. Do I have another AM screw here? Yeah. I'm just going to use this one up so that I don't have to have more spare little bags. This would be like the perfect opportunity for me to go and actually buy a like a little pill container or something to keep all of the little screw, you know, separate screws in, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Okay, so we are just gonna screw these guys in. And let's see, so we've got our BM screws, AP. So I need one more AM screw, so then we'll have 2 extra AM screws. This is for the other side. Good. Come on, get in there. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this screwdriver because it's a little bit, I don't know, it's just, I don't have to worry about this one ever stripping out. I've actually had this screwdriver for probably 20 years, maybe even longer. and it's been absolutely awesome. So okay, so there's still gotta screw it in a little bit more. Okay, all right, so now we need this, what do they call this? Part 6D, but it's like you know, the spring shaft kind of a thing. So this is going to go right in here, and we're going to use our BM screws. Oh, I forgot. I actually forgot to magnetize this screwdriver, so whoops. So we'll just use this to put it in, I guess. Since our screwdriver is magnetized, the one that we receive with the build, and if I can get it in the oh, wait a second. Wait. There we go. Oop. Okay, I want to make sure that hopefully I have a fairly decent camera angle here. Okay, let's grab another one and start in from the other side. Yeah, this one's going in no problem. Okay. Tighten the other side. Okay. And then what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to put this other screw, hopefully, yeah, this is aligned somewhat, or not. There we go. So we've got one BM screw in here, and I'll have to keep, I'll have to keep this in memory that I'm gonna have to replace, or I'm sorry, add a BM screw into this when we receive them. I don't know, probably in November or December at this rate. All right, so next we've got the spring, the coil spring. Okay. And then we need all of our BM screws. And so let's see, step 4, an EM screw. So those are right here. And I think I'm going to have a spare EM screw because we only use one this issue. Hopefully later in the build, it's not going to end up that we need all of these extra screws. Okay, so you got to put some considerable downward pressure on that. Get that started. Switch over to our bigger screwdriver and bam, there we go. And we've got, oh, no, it's not even close to being in there. Look how far out that's still sticking. Here I need the leverage of the larger handle. That's almost all the way in. Can I get the... Nope, I think that's... Yeah, I guess that's as far in as that's going to go, and there is a slight gap there. Or well, let's see. Now, it looks like there's maybe a very slight gap, but it's not significant. Okay, so we'll put the EM screw away. Next, we need 2 CM screws here. Pop those out. Okay. Kind of place 6C either side of the top of 6A right here. And then we gotta align them with the holes right there. And I think probably about right there. Yep. Okay, so I have this, you know, fairly tight. It doesn't need to be like super duper tight, but I don't really want it loose because honestly I don't really want my wheels and stuff to be moving all that much. Okay, so now we have this, and wait a second here. See, I don't really show this back part here, but I believe this should go right in here like this. Whoop. Like this. Kind of. And then we need DM screws. Let's see, here's DP, here's some DM screws. And this was probably the... I'm gonna definitely have to magnetize that. I have to find the little, I've got a old electric motor bell somewhere, and I remember seeing it fairly recently. I'm gonna have to try to remember to find that. No, after I'm done shooting this episode. Okay, so this is gonna go like here, and you just have to align the holes, and we'll get that just barely started, not a big deal. And then we're gonna grab our other screw, do the same on the bottom of this side. There we go. So just holding everything together, you know, as firmly as you can. Just start screwing in. Nope, still needs. Okay, that's all the way in there. This side still feels like it has, yeah, a lot further to go. Okay. So this actually feels like it's turning, well, no, I guess it's about the same. Okay, well, we got that done. So those two, got that, got those two, and now we have the little tiny spring again, and this little kind of a piston piece here. And if I can ever get it out. And we just need a single DP screw, of which we get 2. So actually I'm going to use the packet from the last issue, since I still have a DP screw left here. And we'll be able to discard this packet. So we have this little piston, part 6H here, and the spring that goes right over the top. Sorry, I know you can't see that. There we go. So now we have this part here, and this will go into this hole here. Like that. So hopefully you can see that moving in and out a little bit, especially if you're watching in 4K. You should be able to hopefully see what I'm doing here. Okay, so that is in there like that. Next page, looks like we just have what, the one more part? No, 2 more parts. So we need an AP screw. Let's see, we got tons of AP screws. I'll use a AP screw from the last issue. Oh, not magnetized. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting next month's subscription, because I think issue 10 we actually get the full frame of the car, the inner frame, and so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that. Okay, so AP screw here, the brake caliper, and I guess your brake pads would also be in there, but you know, you can't really see them. You won't even see these at all, like once they're attached to the vehicle. So and then I need another DM screw. DM screw. Those DM screws. All right. And so let's see here. We have this. Screw's going to go in there like so. Can I actually get this started? And then that will make life much easier. See, I don't think these holes are pre-threaded or anything, so we're gonna just kind of pop that there. Next is, wait a second. Oh, oh. Okay, I see what I did wrong. First, okay, yeah, you have to hold the two assemblies together first. Whoops. So that those two holes align. Kind of like that. And then, yeah, once you get the screw started, this is the part that you definitely have to be careful about not applying too much pressure this way, even though, you know, you do have to screw that down. This is probably one of the most delicate parts of the build that I've seen so far. So, and I'm wanting to grab it by this part and not by this part, because this part, it just attaches by this little ring, which I'm very uncomfortable with. And I've already seen, like I mentioned in the last episode, I've already seen several people break theirs who, you know, are already doing builds. So, you know, if you're doing your own build and you're following along with me, definitely something you want to be aware of. So this is a little bit loose. I don't really like how they have that, but nothing I can really do about it. And then eventually, you know, we'll have the tire sitting in there like that, and hopefully it's not going to wobble around so much. So I think that's really it. We've got our two suspension, you know, pieces for the front left and right suspension finished. No more replacement, or not replacement parts, but no more parts, so I can throw all this away. And again, we will be back for issue 7. Who knows when? Could be today, could be 2 weeks from now, for all I know. I'll have to call him on Monday and be like, yo, where's my stuff? But yeah, we'll be getting the steering rack and front plates. So these two pieces, I believe, are going to attach to this. Let's see. Yeah, we've got this, which is like your steering rod, I guess. And you've got like these two little kind of rubber boots. They're going to fit on there. And you've got the two pivots, I guess, that are going to screw down to the rod, to the steering rod. And then I think this attaches to this along with those two. Doesn't really say how, but yeah. So anyway, that's it for issue 6. Thanks for hanging out with me once again. If you want to contribute to the build, please leave a comment, and please donate down in the video description. There's a link to the PayPal donation page, where you can donate $1 or $100 or $1,000 or $1 million or however much you feel you would like to donate to contribute to the build. And I would be hugely appreciative of that, because you know, it helps me do these kind of builds and even expand into more builds in the future. So if you like my content, please consider donating. Definitely please hit that like button, because that helps me out a lot. Leave comments. I always love to hear your perspectives on the build, maybe things that you've noticed. You know, going through the build. I know a lot of people out there are much further ahead of me, especially in the UK. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. For this and many more videos, guys, I'm Brad M73. Thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.